the most insane way your parents sued you over hard work? I was 3 weeks deep into garage labor when I finally understood what selling your soul actually meant. My parents promised me $500 to help clean out our garage. Not like organizing a few boxes clean. I'm talking deep dive archaeological excavation clean. We're talking furniture from the Bush administration, bins of VHS tapes labeled important, and a lawnmower that looked like it survived a small war. My back felt like I'd been carrying cinder blocks up a mountain. My hands were covered in dust older than my high school diploma. But I kept going, because $500 is $500, and I had plans. 3 weeks later, the garage looked like it belonged in a home improvement magazine. You could literally eat off that floor. I walked up to my dad, sweaty, exhausted, proud, and said, "All right, we're done. Where's my money?" He looked at me like I just asked him to explain cryptocurrency. "What money?" I blinked. "The $500 you promised me." He shook his head. "I never said that." My mom, who had been standing there the whole time, nodded in agreement like they rehearsed this. "You should be happy to help the family," she added. Happy? I just spent 3 weeks inhaling asbestos and moving a couch that weighed more than a small car. I wasn't happy. I was furious. So I did what any sane, slightly unhinged person does in 2026. I grabbed my phone, scrolled through my texts, found the exact message where my dad said, "Clean the garage with us and I'll give you $500 when it's done." Screenshot, printed it, laminated it for dramatic effect, walked back downstairs and slapped it on the kitchen table like it was a subpoena. "Here, proof." My dad picked it up, stared at it for a solid 10 seconds, then looked me dead in the eyes and said, "This isn't legally binding." "I'm sorry, what? Legally binding?" "Sir, this is a garage, not a corporate merger. You're my dad, not a contract lawyer." But he wasn't budging. In fact, he got worse. 2 days later, I got a letter in the mail, a literal court summons. My own father was taking me to small claims court. His claim? I damaged property during the cleaning process and owed them money. The property in question? A rusted toolbox from 1987 that disintegrated the second I touched it. It wasn't damaged. It was dust held together by nostalgia and spite. I showed up to court feeling like I was in a fever dream. My dad sat across from me in a button-up shirt like he was about to argue a murder case. My mom was there too, looking equally serious. The judge walked in, glanced at the paperwork, and immediately looked confused. He read the case summary out loud. "So you're suing your son for $500? Over a toolbox?" My dad nodded confidently. "Yes, Your Honor. He damaged our property and refuses to take responsibility." The judge stared at it, then at me, then back at my dad like he was trying to solve a riddle that didn't make sense.